I'm Kaylie Jones, and Kaylie Jones Books is all about dedicated writers taking a stand. I'm going to be interviewing Barbara J.Taylor, author of the historical novel Sing in the Morning, Cry at Night. Why did you choose Scranton as your setting?
I was born and raised in Scranton. I live 1 block away from where I grew up. It's a city that's seeing some struggles. Right now we're struggling financially, but I love the people. It's my hometown. I couldn't imagine telling this story anyplace else.
And I know that you're donating a portion of your proceeds to Osteogenesis Imperfecta, and that's what it says on the cover of the book. Why is this cause near and dear to your heart?
Well, primarily because my nephew is afflicted with osteogenesis imperfecta. He's broken well over 100 bones in his life. He's in his 30s now, doing really well, working on radar systems for the Army, so he's really just a great kid. But it's a very serious illness, and it's an orphan charity in the sense that there's not a celebrity behind it or anything like that. So I would just like to try to support them in any way I can. They're really great about helping the families. They support them. They support research. It's just a great cause. OIF.org.
Terrific. I'm so glad you're doing that. It's a wonderful thing.
Thank you.
So I have a question in 2 parts, which is, I know this is your first novel being published.
Right.
What's the best thing that's happened to you? And the second half of that is, what is the strangest thing that's happened to you since you published the novel?
I'd say one of the most interesting things I found is when I'm on the road, people love to come up after and tell me their stories. We have a rich mining history in Scranton, and people have generational stories. There was a woman who told me about her grandfather who died in the mines, and they brought him home, and since there was no one home at the time, they just left his body on the porch, and her 6-year-old father found it when he came home. Another man called me. There was an article in the paper, and he called to speak with me. He kept saying, "I don't know why I'm calling you," but then he told me this story about his mother being burned when she was making soap as a child, and somehow my stories sort of brought that out, and he wanted it told. Interesting, just kind of a quirky thing, is I ended up on a billboard. That's never happened to me before. So there's an article in the paper, and they advertised it on the billboard, so that was fun.
It seems like the book is resonating greatly with people who are children of miners and immigrants who have stories in their families, not just the Welsh, but a lot of different nationalities who came to America and went to work in the mines.
Absolutely. I feel like not only mine workers, but, you know, the book takes place in 1913 through 1914. Life was hard. So whether people were working in factories or mines or whatever it was at the time, everybody has those stories. There was a lot of tragedy, a lot of sadness. Not that that's what the whole book is about. There are a lot of light moments and there's a lot of fun, but that seems to resonate with people, just how hard life was, and people like to tell their stories. They like to be heard.